Hello artists, it's Miss Warfel, and I'd like to show you how to upload your artwork with Artsonia. Here you can see the iPhone app. You can also install the mobile app on any tablet or Android device, phones or tablets as well. And when you install it and you open it up, you see three buttons on the home page. Those three buttons, teachers and parents, are for teacher use, parent use, which is different from the most important button. In the middle, you see the Students Class Portal. Now, on the website, it says Artist Class Portal in the middle there. The blue button in the middle is the one you must push, whether you're a student uploading your own work, or if you're a parent or a sibling helping one of the younger students upload their work. The artwork must all go into the Student Class Portal for the artwork to show up in the folders where your teachers will be able to give you feedback and put your work into your portfolio. So let's take that middle blue button, click that, and you'll see that it opens up the camera on the phone. At the bottom you see that it says scan the class QR code. There's also a little keyboard there. If I click on the keyboard at the bottom right, you're allowed to enter the access code, so you can type in the access code. Now the QR code and the access code change every year, so you will find that information in Canvas. Right now I am showing you where you would find it if you wanted to type it in. I have it blank right now because every year it changes. All right, so now if you want to use the QR code to scan with the picture, I have it, you can see on the Family Guide to Art. This is all the instructions you need to know to upload work to Artsonia. And I'm hiding that QR code right now because you'll see how quickly the app will pick up that QR code and take us in. So let's try it. There it goes. Bing. All right, we are into the application. It's open now, and it's also logged into Great Hearts Online, and you can see grade levels. Right now, we only have Miss Birch and myself in the system, so there's only 2 students under the All button. All right, now if I go back, soon, or when you log in, there will be every oops, there will be every grade level showing and available in the app here. So I'm going to click 12th grade because that is the grade I'm attached to, and I'm going to click on myself. Now the first time you log in, it's going to ask you to give a PIN number. You're going to choose your own PIN number. I would recommend you use something more creative than 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have mine set to 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's not very secure. Pretty much anybody could guess that one. So pick a better number than that and write it down. All right, I'm clicking 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm unlocking my account. And here you can see my class portal. Artists, you have a screen name. So it's your first name plus some numbers afterward. So on the bottom, you see home, you see projects, and you see artwork. So home page we're at right now, and projects is where you will see folders that are assigned by your teachers. So right now, your first week's project is going to be a self-portrait, and you'll start to see more and more of these folders appear as I add other projects as we go through the year. The third button is the artwork button. Right now, I have not uploaded any artworks, so that's empty. All right. Now, here with the yellow circle at the bottom right or under projects, I can upload my artwork. Either way, let's see. Let's click on the self-portrait folder, and there's that yellow button at the bottom. You also see instructions here. So I'm explaining the lesson and the purpose. If you click on that yellow plus button, it will open up some options for you. I'm going to take a new photo, and it brings back the camera. All right, so let's move the Family Guide to Art out of the way. And you should have already watched the video on how to take a good photograph of your artwork. You had learned in that video that your camera should be directly over the artwork, but there shouldn't be a shadow cast on it, right? So you can see the shadow of my finger here. Now, that's going to happen if you have, let's see if I can pick this up. If you have, I've got really good lighting today, so I'm not having much of a shadow cast, but sometimes the shadow from your camera will cast onto the piece. Another thing you'll avoid is this, and I'm actually going to take a picture poorly to show you why we don't want to do that. So, look how nice and square that is, 90-degree angles. If I go like this, and I'm at an angle to the artwork, so my camera is not directly floating above the art, it's actually facing like this. So look what happens. With linear perspective, we know that closer things look larger, farther things look smaller, even if they aren't. But let's take that photo poorly. All right, so there we go. Use photo or retake. Now, I should retake it, right? But let's say I'm going to try to use it. I'll click on that, and you can see that the image is distorted. Now, Artsonia gives you these really nifty little white buttons on the corners, which you can use to help with a little bit of distortion. If you place those corners on your artwork, and make sure you don't allow any background to show, okay? It's really important not to let the background show. Get right up close to that. And by the way, if it was upside down or sideways, you could rotate it with the rotate button. Now in the upper right side, you can see next. I'll click on that. And there is the adjustment. Not too bad, but take a second and look. Compare the lines in the upper edge and compare the lines in the lower edge. The bottom of the image is more in focus, and the top of the image is out of focus. That's because of distortion, because the camera can't focus on all of that. All right, so now, by the way, if I had my name written on the bottom, I could click the blur button and I could blend that out. Now, I would advise you not to do that because it can smear the artwork. This blur function can also help if you have a smudge on your artwork, but if you get it on your lines, it could look kind of bad. So make sure you don't sign your artwork. Let's click on Submit, and your artwork will go up into the gallery where it will wait for me or your teacher. All right, so let's look. Home page, in review. So if I click on that lower left button, in review, your teacher has not reviewed this entry. That means that now it's in my court, right? The ball is in my court, and it says it's still in review, but I did fix it. So what's going to happen is you'll probably have to log out and log back in again. Now, it might take me a few days to get to this, right? So be patient. I'm going to log back in using my PIN number. And now you see, instead of in review, it says needs edit. Let's click on that. That's again at the home page. Projects shows, oh, and look, on the artwork page, it has a little red dot. Project says you uploaded with a green check, but that doesn't mean it was accepted. You have to make sure it was accepted. So let's click on edit. And here it says, in red letters, the feedback I'm giving you. Photograph directly over so picture is all in focus. All right, and there is a nice red little button that says edit. Let's click on that. I can either edit that photo, maybe I need to recrop it, or in this case, I need to photograph again. So let's take a new photo, and this time, let's make sure the camera is floated directly over the top, and I think that's pretty good. Yes, I like it. All right, let's use photo, and there's those little circles again. Let's move those. I'd like the detail on that frame, and you might hear my cat trampling on the desk here. There we go. Okay, all right, and next. All right, that looks good to me. Now there's a button on the lower left that says Auto Fix. That will let you, that will let the computer make some enhancements to the picture. It usually makes it more colorful, makes the whites whiter, the blacks blacker, and you may or may not like it. I kind of like this old-timey parchment color, so I'm going to keep it there. So I could toggle on and off and pick my favorite. And I don't need to blur anything out. I'll submit with that upper right-hand corner, and there's my artwork. Again, it says in review, all right? So I'm gonna close that window, and you can see on the home page and the projects page and there at the artwork page what it looks like in review, and you might hear my mouse again, and immediately it shows up in my account. I may or may not be looking at it right now, and I see, oh yeah, that looks great, and it looks like that's my objective. Now, if it looks like you did not spend 40 minutes, or if your finger is in the picture, or a big shadow, there could be lots of reasons why I send it back to you. But in this case, it looks great, so I am going to send it, or approve it, I should say, and I'm going to give feedback. Lovely. Oh, let's see, I'm not going to tell you what it says, and we'll just see it in just a second. Look, I keep typing in caps. There we go. All right, and I might give you a compliment for something that you've done well. I might also say, hey, next time do this. All right, so there it is. I've approved it. Let's see if it shows up. It doesn't seem to have updated, so we know what to do, right? We click log out and we'll log back in. Remember, I might not be on the computer at the same time that you are. All right, so, oh, look at this. Now we've logged back in and we see that there's nothing in review. That means that it's already been either accepted. Well, it will be accepted because it didn't say that it was returned. All right, so under projects, we have our self-portrait with a green check, and under artwork, you see that your self-portrait has a red apple. That means that your teacher has accepted the work and you are done with that project. That means that we've graded it and we've given feedback. So I'm clicking on it and let's roll down, and here you can see my feedback. Lovely textures on the frame. Okay, all right, I hope that really helps. Now I'm gonna close that and log out because I'd like to ask my older artists to help out their younger siblings. If you are 4th through 8th grade, you are going to be taught how to do this yourself. And the really nice thing about that is maybe if you have a younger brother or sister, you can upload artwork for them. Okay? All right, so I hope you have a great day. I can't